Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Sheldon, and this is Behind the Enthusiast. Today, we are going to be taking another look at a carryover model from Harley-Davidson 2024 Pan America Special, coming in at $24,999 for this year, compared to last year when it was $25,499. So prices come down 500 bucks Canadian. And although I consider that a win, we also have to consider that the surcharge, which I believe was $650 last year, technically means you save $1,150, if my math's correct. And I would say we're doing pretty good for the price to start things off. Now, laced wheels are still an option. Obviously, you guys can go with the cast wheels to start, but the laced wheels are going to cost you an additional $1,200. Now, the adaptive ride height, again, an additional cost, $1,500, which personally, I did test ride this model, and when I did ride this bike, I didn't really notice the adaptive ride height all that much. I only noticed it when I was at the gas station, and that was it. So, personally, I consider that a $1,500 savings because I don't have to spend the money on that. And as nice as laced wheels are, I kind of like the cast wheels as well. So again, I'm going to save another $1,200 by not wanting either of these options. So I'm doing pretty well already. So wait, hold on a second. I'm not trying to buy this bike, but we are going to be talking about some other details on the bike. Now, usually when you have a carryover model, there isn't any major changes. However, with the Pan America Special, there is well, in my opinion, a pretty drastic change to the graphics on the side of the bike, which I really like, by the way. The center console, for any of you guys who have actually seen this bike in person, you will know that there were elevation lines on the center console for the special only. They have now adapted that to the side of the bike and basically inverted the bar and shield logo as well, which I really like. And the reason they did that is so that they could actually show the terrain lines in a really nice light. And the only thing that I feel like they dropped the ball on was adding the number 1250 on a downward angle on the front fairing. There was a shadow that, well, when I look at the bike online anyway on the website, there's a shadow that is cast up in that little pocket there, and on the darker colors, you can't see it. Lighter colors, absolutely, you can read it pretty much no problem whatsoever. However, I think it would have been more appropriate had they moved the number to the left side of the logo, so further back on the cover towards the rider, or pushed it up into the upper right-hand corner. I think that just would have been a little bit better. It would have been more legible, and so I think maybe they could have done just a little bit better on that. But otherwise, really cool looking graphic now on the bike. I really like it. And obviously, just like every other model, we have a change in the base paint. So we are now looking at billiard gray, which looks pretty nice. And again, in reference to the light colors, the 1250 is very visible with this color. However, the next two colors, not so much. We have Vivid Black, which is going to cost you an additional $375. And one of those new colors is here, Alpine Green, an additional $700 Canadian. And again, because it is a darker color, that shadow that's cast downwards because of the angle of the fairing there, the number placement is just not very good. You can't really see it. Now, maybe it'll be a little bit more legible in person, out in the sunlight, but online, I'm a little bit disappointed in that placement. However, the final color, which kind of saves the day, to be honest. Red Rock combined with Birch White, an additional $900, and this color, to be honest with you guys, is Christmas colors, really. It's red and white. However, Red Rock does look really nice with the Birch White, and the numbers are legible because it's white. It's Birch White with a gray number, and it just works so much better than those darker colors. So maybe they messed up just a little bit, but I will cut them some slack just simply because the elevation line graphic, the inverted logo just looks so nice. This change on the bike really, really suits it. However, there's a few more details. ABS, security, and cruise control all standard on this model, and so much more. There's a huge list. I went through all the extras on there, all the different technology settings and whatever. And I just scrolled and scrolled and scrolled and thought, this is way too much. I am not going to mention everything. If you guys want to know all the features on the bike, either go to the website or go to your local dealership, talk to a salesman, and see if he maybe has a pamphlet where it's written down, because it's a lot to talk about. Now, there is an elephant in the room. I don't mean physically in the room with me. I'm talking about the absence of the base model Pan America. Now, I suppose this doesn't come as too much of a surprise based on my personal experience of watching the showroom at my dealership. However, maybe elsewhere people are a little bit surprised. Yet, there is that rumor. This rumor has been floating around for quite a while now, I believe. A lot of people have actually talked about it, and I think I even talked about it in a previous video as well, where they were talking about the rumor that a Pan America 975 was in the works. However, nothing has been confirmed. Harley does have a lot of new models and features, and maybe even some new paints coming out as well at the end of the month on January 24th. And so, yes, there is a little bit of a void. There's also those rumors to contend with. However, I don't really know what to be anticipating right now. And the reason for that is because of a video that I watched where someone pointed out, why would they make a 975 if they can't get the weight down? Which, to be completely honest with you guys, I mean, that is a great point. Why would Harley make a 975 variant if the weight is exactly the same as a 1250? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And so I totally agree with that video. And yeah, I mean, where does that leave us? Are we going to see a 975, but somehow lean, trimmed down, maybe? I don't even know how you would do that. I mean, I suppose you could go with the cast wheels if they're lighter than the laced ones. You could remove the engine guard or the fancy light or the windshield. Would you want to remove the windshield? I don't think so. So really, I'm looking at it and I'm going, I don't see how they're going to pull that one off. So do I think they're actually going to fill that void with another adventure bike model, a smaller one? I'm going to say no. It just doesn't seem possible. But Harley's, still got some time to figure it out, so maybe they'll surprise us. Who knows? But in the meantime, I want to know what you guys think of the new graphic on the side of the bike. Let me know what you guys think of that 1250 on that angle. It's just weird. I don't know why. It just, the shadow, and it just ruins it. So let me know if you guys agree with me on that one. Make sure to smash that like button so I know that it's working. And of course, be sure to subscribe so you guys don't miss out on future carryover model videos for the rest of this month, leading up again to January 24th when we have Harley's big reveal all will be revealed, and we'll find out if I'm right, wrong, excited, confused, or maybe even heartbroken. Which, well, I'll explain that one in another video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you in the next one.